Microsoft Gaming to lay off 3% of global workforce, about 650 employees in additional post-Activision Blizzard cuts. Keep in mind, this is on top of some layoffs they already did. They laid off some people earlier this year. And to be fair, they're not the only ones laying people off. Sony's laid people off. A lot of studios have laid people off. Gaming's just not growing like it did a couple of years ago. Still a very profitable area if you can get it right, but we're in different times today, especially with what's going on with the economy and stuff like that. So they're trying to lay people off, but Microsoft in general just not in a very good spot. Part of the reason why that PlayStation Pro is so expensive, I did a video on that the other day talking about that ridiculous price, and that's just the starter price. Because keep in mind, you got to pay for the disk drive if you want to play your physical games, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the disk drive PlayStation 5 is more popular than the digital one. It was so hard to get for a while. I suppose people probably just took what they could find, but I would be willing to bet that they sold more of the disk drive consoles. One of the things about gaming on a console versus PC is you actually get a disc. Unlike PC, for the most part, they used to have big box games. Not so much anymore. I don't really ever see them anywhere. Maybe you can still get them online. I don't know if that's a thing. Like, my computer doesn't even have a disk drive. I could attach one, but I never do. I would rather just watch movies on my big screen TV that I have. So I don't know. I don't think most people even use disk drives anymore on computers. And it's getting that way with consoles, which is unfortunate because that just turns it into a PC. And it already kind of is a PC, to be fair. But, yeah, Microsoft laying people off. Update Variety has learned that as part of Microsoft Gaming's new round of layoffs, the company has reduced the Call of Duty Warzone mobile team, laying off some of those staffers while shifting others to different projects within Activision. Additionally, the team behind Blizzard's recently launched Warcraft Rumble will also experience cuts, which sources say are a result of Blizzard choosing to condense the staff now that the game is up and running. Microsoft Gaming will lay off approximately 650 employees, or 3% of the Xbox owners' global workforce, in a new round of eliminations following last year's completion of its $69 billion Activision Blizzard purchase. It took over Blizzard just to lay off people left and right. Also, they could pad their game service, which I don't even know if that thing is going to pay off very long term. They say it's doing well, but I wonder how true that is. What I can tell you is the reason, like I said, that you're paying $700 for this PS5 Pro is because they don't really have competition with Xbox anymore. It's really kind of a shame that Microsoft is in the state it's in, because if it wasn't, I do wonder if they would have launched this console at this price and decided not to give you a stand or a disk drive. I almost think that if things were different, you would get the disk drive with it at $700. But that's not the case. They're selling it without it. And a lot of people out there are saying this thing is going to fail. No one's going to buy this. It's going to be an absolute disaster. And look, I'm in agreement. I think it's ridiculous to spend $700 on this. You would be better off getting a PC. If I was going to invest, if I was looking to get into gaming and I was going to make an investment on something and I had $700 to spend, I sure as hell wouldn't buy this. I would get a PC because you can upgrade it over time. And the argument that people make is like, well, you know, to get that PC equivalent in price to what this thing can do, you would have to spend more than $700. And to that I say fair, but I can upgrade it over time. And the amount of shit I can do with that PC is much more practical than this. Like, I can work with the PC. I can do work on it. Also, I can use Steam and other stores. I can use mods in games. I'm not restricted to the PlayStation prison, which is what their store is. They control everything. Because, like, Steam has its prices, but you can get keys from a lot of other outlets where you can get cheaper versions, and you can even put that code into Steam and get it that way. Like, there's options with PC, is what I'm saying. There's no options with PlayStation. And if you want to buy it, that's you. And people are going to buy it. Early adopters are going to keep this sold out until after Christmas. It's going to have scalper problems for sure. Scalpers are going to buy them up, and early adopters will pick it up. And I think people forget, and even I forgot about this for a minute when I talked about this the first time. People were paying like $1,000 for a PlayStation 5 when it first came out. Because remember, you couldn't go into a store and buy them. You had to buy them online only, which was ridiculous because that made the problem even worse because people were using bots to track them down and buy them as soon as they went for sale. You had to fight bot scalpers to get one for a couple of years. And then they finally put it in stores, and I think that helped. I see them in stores all the time. Anytime I go into a Walmart or a Target, they've got them in the case. So you can get one pretty easily now. In fact, most people are probably buying them for the first time because they were never able to buy one. So this coming out at $700, well, people were paying that for the base model a couple of years ago. Early adapters will buy anything. They have money to burn, and they will buy it regardless. And I can tell you that's going to happen for sure because the PS5 disk drive sold out the day that this happened, like a day or 2 days after, like they all sold out. So there is a disk drive attachment. It's been out for a while because there's a digital PlayStation 4. And you can buy these disk drives to attach to it. Like you can buy that right now. And people did. Which tells me that there's people that are ready to go for this and they plan on buying it day one. Scalpers are probably going to scalp the shit out of this thing. I expect this to be like $200 freaking dollars because scalpers are always looking for a little bit of cash. And they're going to scalp this thing because they know that early adapters are going to come in and they're going to buy it. 1,000 PS5 disk drives were bought yesterday. So that's not very much, but keep in mind they're selling out everywhere. They're selling out everywhere. There's people that are going to buy this. 100%. I don't think it's going to be the massive flop that people think it will, at least this year. All those early adopters are going to buy it. These are people that want the latest and greatest thing. And they historically always come out to get stuff. So out of the gate, it's going to do well. After that, though, I do wonder, because, I mean, I look at this thing, like I said, the PC's a better investment. What exclusive games do I need for PS5? There's not even really that many exclusive games to the system anyway. Most of the shit you can get on PC. This is why it's wild to me. Like, you only have to wait a year, and then boom, they're on PC. Astrobot, that's going to be on PC, guarantee it. The only thing that we haven't seen come to PC so far is Demon's Souls Remastered. But most of the shit comes to PC. But, you know, people are going to buy this thing. It's wild to me that people will, but, I mean, the evidence is there. You see it with this thing selling out. So, it's just wild to me. It's like people will buy anything. They'll buy anything. Anyway, you know, if Microsoft was stronger, I don't think you'd see this heavy price, but I'm sure some Xbox fanboys are going to get mad in the comments. And look, I'm just telling you facts. The PlayStation 5 outsells the Xbox Series S and X, stupid names, by a crazy margin. I don't remember what it is, but it's like something crazy, like 5-1 or something. Go look it up. Go look up the numbers. It's outsold. This generation is done. There will be no last minute catch up from the Xbox console. PlayStation 6, I don't know if we get another Xbox. To be honest, I think you're more likely to see Xbox gaming services on PlayStation in the future. It's just reality, man. I'm not trying to, I could care less either way. Like, I got a PC, so I'll be fine. I'm not too worried about who wins or whatever. I care more about the Nintendo Switch than I do anything. If I'm going to think about consoles, but Switch is in its own little world. They don't really care about PS5 Pros and shit. They're doing just fine. The Switch 2 is going to be the real winner when all of this is done. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on all this. I'd like to hear from you guys. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.